Madam President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I wish to congratulate all women today on International Women's Day 2014. I especially send all my best wishes to the 1,000 brave women in liberty who I salute for their never-ending courage, steadfastness, and spirit in their struggle against the Iranian regime. It is a great honor for me to speak here in front of you and all of you coming from all over the world to celebrate this important day. May I briefly introduce myself? My name is Dورنا and I'm a 23-year-old law student from Berlin. I'm standing here as the representative and founder of the Youth and Student Forum for Human Rights and Democracy in Iran. But today I'm also speaking to you as a daughter of Iranian dissidents who were obliged to leave their homeland, Iran, because of their political activities against the mullah's regime. My father was imprisoned in his capacity as the Vice Minister of Environment in Azerbaijan province for many years due to his support of the PMOI and for standing for his political ideals: democracy, freedom, and the respect for fundamental human rights for all Iranians, regardless of their gender, ethnicity, religion, or ideology. More than 100 years after the establishment of the International Women's Day, the demand for women to be granted the right to vote has been realized in the majority of the world's countries. Nevertheless, gender equality has not become a reality yet, neither in Germany, the country where I was born, nor in the rest of the world. But today, we are not here to speak about just any country in wake. Today, we have all come together in order to voice our protest against the Iranian regime, which has written misogyny into law and systematically suppresses women. The brutal torture, execution, and intimidation, especially of young women, for their choice of clothing and living, have turned to a mere reality. Above all, rape is the most common way to threaten women. Khomeini even gave an official decree authorizing the rape of young women or girls in general before their execution. In spite of the barbaric repression, the women in and outside Iran have never given in and continue to stand up for their rights. 1,000 brave Iranian women who have raised up their voice against the Islamic fundamentalism ruling Iran are now in Camp Liberty in Iraq. 1/3 of them are ex-political prisoners who have been imprisoned and have suffered the cruelest forms of torture, physically and mentally. After several military and missile attacks on defenseless residents in Camp Ashraf and Camp Liberty, which has led to the murder of over 130 persons and the abduction of 7 hostages, 6 of which are women, they did not break and have continued their struggle against the Iranian regime. Today, with an even stronger conviction than before. These women, ladies and gentlemen, these women are a source of hope, inspiration, and motivation for millions in Iran and the rest of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, in the struggle against a regime whose image of women resembles that of the Middle Ages, nothing is more powerful than women in the leadership of the opposition movement. Mariam Najavi is a living proof that Islam and gender equality, including women taking leadership roles, do not necessarily rule out one another. Her unique contribution to the encouragement of women to hold leading positions in the resistance has strongly influenced the PMOI on its way to become a pioneer regarding the women's rights movement in the Middle East. After all, the judicial repression by the Iranian regime needs to be answered with an even stronger resistance. If we all believe in a world where women and men are equal in their rights and possibilities to participate in society, we have to join forces to fight all forms of fundamentalism. Last year, on International Women's Day, the United Nations emphasized its commitment to women's rights by pointing out the following motto: "A promise is a promise. Time for action to end violence against women." So I appeal to all governments from Europe to the United States to stop believing in a change within the current system. Supporting the Iranian regime is equivalent to the support of women's oppression. So keep your promises. It is time for action to end violence against women. Thank you.